This is how I'm saving $13.90 a month for my first home. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where we talk about personal finance and building wealth. Today, I'm going to be talking about how I was able to save $13.90 a month while working full-time and studying for medical school. I'm a fourth-year medical student at a university in Toronto, Canada. And I just started looking at houses. And I figured out that the minimum amount of money that I would need is around $420,000. Now this includes the price of the house, which is around $400,000, and then an additional $20,000 for renovations and closing costs. And on this channel, we talk about all things money, self-development, and entrepreneurship. My fixed expenses are things like rent, utilities, phone bill, subscriptions, and miscellaneous spending, and these cost me around $5,000 a month. So this is how I was able to allocate my money after figuring out my income and expenses. My variable expenses are things like groceries, entertainment, and travel, and these cost me around $1,500 a month. So this is what my budget looks like. So in total, my monthly expenses are around $6,500, which means that I have around $2,000 left over every single month. So I was spending around $300 a month on entertainment, but I was able to reduce this to $100 a month by taking advantage of free activities in my city and by cutting back on paid activities. There are so many free things to do in Toronto, such as visiting parks, going to the library, and hiking. So I try to take advantage of these opportunities whenever I can. And I also cut back on paid activities, such as going to the movies and concerts. I started my online business a couple of years ago, and it has been a great way to supplement my income and to save for my first home. With my online business, I'm able to set my own hours, and I'm able to work from anywhere in the world. If you want to learn more about how I manage my finances, check out this video where I talk about how I manage my money using the zero-based budget method. And the products that I sell through my online store are digital products, which means that I don't have to worry about shipping or handling costs instead of going to the movies. I now watch movies at home on Netflix or Amazon Prime, so I promote other people's products and services through my social media channels, and I earn a commission on any sales that I generate. And instead of going to concerts, I listen to music at home, or I go to free concerts in my city. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you don't miss any of my new videos. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you don't miss any of my new videos. And I will see you guys next time. So I was spending around $200 a month on travel, but I was able to reduce this to $50 a month by traveling during the off-season and by booking my flights and accommodation in advance. So I was spending around $100 a month on miscellaneous spending, but I was able to reduce this to $50 a month by cutting back on non-essential purchases and by using coupons and discounts. Before I make any non-essential purchase, I now wait 24 hours before making the purchase. This helps me avoid impulse purchases, and it gives me time to think about whether or not I really need the item. I also use coupons and discounts whenever I can to save money on non-essential purchases. I search for coupon codes online, and I use discount websites. Traveling during the off-season is a great way to save money because flights and accommodation are usually cheaper. And by booking my flights and accommodation in advance, I'm able to get better deals. I also try to take advantage of travel deals and discounts whenever I can. So I follow travel deal websites, and I sign up for email alerts so that I can be notified of any deals that come up. The 50-30-20 rule is a budgeting method where 50% of your spending goes towards needs, 30% goes towards wants, and 20% goes towards savings and investments. So according to this guideline, 50% of my income, which is $4,500, should go towards needs. So the first area where I was able to do this is with my groceries. So I was spending around $400 a month on groceries, but I was able to reduce this to $200 a month by meal planning and cooking at home. Meal planning is so important because it helps you stay organized, and it helps you avoid wasting food. So what I do is that I sit down once a week and I plan out my meals for the entire week. This way I know exactly what to buy at the grocery store, and I do, and end up buying unnecessary items. And I also try to cook at home as much as possible. Cooking at home is a great way to save money, because eating out can be expensive. So by cooking at home, I'm able to save money, and I also have more control over the ingredients that I am putting into my food. However, I am able to live below that because I do and have a car payment, and I live with my parents, so my rent is very low. And then 30% of my income, which is around $2,700, should go towards wants. However, I keep my variable expenses to around $1,500, which is less than 30% of my income. And then the final 20%, which is around $1,800, should go towards savings and investments. However, I set aside $1,390 for my first home, and then the remaining $410 goes towards my emergency fund and investing. If you're new here, hi, my name is Naim. The first thing that I did when I decided that I wanted to buy my first home was that I went on Zillow or Realtor. Now this is a lot of money, but I figured out that if I just save $1,390 a month by the end of the year, I should have exactly $420,000, which is what I need for my first home. So the very first thing that I did was that I calculated exactly how much money I need, and I broke it up into monthly savings. This way I know exactly how much I have to save each month to reach my financial goal, and by the end of the year, have enough money for my first home. So next I calculated my income and my expenses. In terms of income, I have two main sources of income. The first one is from my day job, where I work at a tech company as a product manager, and I make around $80,000 a year before tax. Now after tax, I take home around $6,500 a month. In addition to that, I also make money from my side hustles, and currently I make around $2,500 a month from my online business and from affiliate marketing. So in total, I have a monthly income of around $9,000. In terms of my expenses, I have fixed expenses and variable expenses. Now out of the $2,000 that I have left over every single month, I have been setting aside $1,390 towards my first home, and the remaining $610 goes towards my emergency fund and towards investing. Next, I created a budget, and I used the 50-30-20 rule as a guideline. I used the 50-30-20 rule as a guideline, but I adjusted it based on my own financial goals and priorities. Next, I cut unnecessary expenses, and I found areas where I could save more money so that I can put more money towards my first home. The second area where I was able to cut expenses is with entertainment. And the third area where I was able to cut expenses is with travel. And finally, the fourth area where I was able to cut expenses is with miscellaneous spending. So those are the four areas where I was able to cut expenses and save more money so that I can put more money towards my first home. And finally, I increased my income. And the way I was able to do this is through my side hustle. In addition to running my online business, I also make money through affiliate marketing. So those are the three things that I did to be able to save $1,390 a month for my first home. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts.